Starting with Ben, now that we've seen a clean race on the road course layout, does this change your thoughts about going back to the oval?
Heck no. Heck no. Still bring back the Brickyard 400. I don't care. Let me just say this. I'm very proud of NASCAR's Cup Series regulars for not making complete idiots of themselves like they have the last 2 years here. I was waiting for that last caution. I thought for sure we're going to end up with a situation like we've had in 21 and 22 where there's some sort of controversy of the leader shortcutting the course and chaos and controversy at the finish. And we didn't get that. I'm mildly annoyed that we got the first caution because I never thought we'd even come close to saying caution-free NASCAR Cup Series race ever again with the advent of stage racing, but we got that today. So all credit to the Cup regulars. They did a fantastic job, aside from Joey Logano repeating what he did last year and having a little bit of an incident on the first restart there. I guess the only restart of the race with the only caution. But no, as great as it was to see a nice, solid, proper, clean race on the IMS road course, I'm glad we got one of them. Now we can go back to the oval. Let's bring back the fourth crown jewel, bring back the Brickyard 400. I think it's time. And we don't even know how the next-gen car's going to react on the Indianapolis Oval. So we got to do the tire test. Assuming that goes well, I think we have to at least give it a shot, if nothing else, just to see how the product is. But then you factor in all the prestige and obviously the fact that you're at the racing capital of the world, one of the greatest racing facilities on the planet. I think if NASCAR is going to be there, they deserve to be turning left on the oval. And this road course experiment has been whatever it's been for the last 3 years, but I think it's time to go back.
Yeah, I echo everything you just said, Ben. And this was the least number of cautions in a race since 2012, so it's been over a decade. And that's mainly because of the stage cautions, which are no longer on road courses. That's just for Cup Series, by the way. And no, I want the Brickyard 400 to come back. It just feels weird that NASCAR, known as a series of races on ovals, does not race on the most famous oval on the planet. It's just bizarre. I get why they changed it. There's a bunch of reasons. I totally understand. But I want to see how this next-gen car, the Gen 7, works on the classic IMS track. And if the rumors are true about Montreal coming on, I think that's going to be a better show than the current IMS road course anyway.
Yeah, well, and just to add on to that point there, Alex, I think one of the reasons we went to the road course was because fans were constantly saying, we need more road courses on the schedule. We need to find a way to make that work. And a point that I always brought up was, look at Charlotte, look at Daytona, for example, look at Homestead. There are a lot of ovals, a lot more than I think people realize, that actually have infield road course layouts. So even if we had contracts in with the tracks prior to 2020 or whenever it was, and we couldn't go to the Road Americas and the Road Atlantas of the world or whatever the case may be, I think we could still take tracks that had 2 dates and make something like that work. Now that we have so many road courses on the schedule, I think if we swap out the IMS road course for the oval, and then maybe you take a track with 2 dates and bring Road America back or something, or Montreal, to your point, Alex, I think that would be a win for everybody. And, like I said, I feel like as flawed as the Brickyard 400 was towards the end of its original run, as disappointing as it was to see all those empty seats, I think especially now that we've had some time away from it, I apologize if my internet's kind of going out. I'm getting a notice that it might be glitching up a little bit, but I think as problematic as the end of that race's original run was, we've been away from it long enough that I think it's time we try to bring it back and see at least how the next gen car races and go from there.
I'm personally team, let's build a roval in Texas. Let's just copy and paste the one they have at Charlotte, copy paste that at Texas, and then IndyCar can keep running the oval at Texas. That's my vote. Adam says, Matthew Owens and I agree, bring back the Brickyard 400. I'm in favor of it. Let's do it.
One Humperdinck says as well, I remember most fans complaining about the 400 being boring. That's why I thought they changed it. Well, I'll tell you what, I will take a clean, boring race on the IMS Oval over the chaos of the last 2 years. And honestly, even this race we got this year, as good of a race as I think this was, I'd still rather be on the Oval. I think there's just something different about winning at Indianapolis. Racing at Indianapolis on the Oval, I think for NASCAR's Cup Series in particular, they deserve to be there.